Hey there, how was your day? Wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is, I'm so glad you're here. Tonight, we're diving into one of the most mysterious experiences of human existence, something so familiar yet so strange that it has puzzled scientists, philosophers, and dreamers for thousands of years. What happens when we close our eyes and surrender to sleep? Where does our mind go when consciousness fades? And why do we experience these vivid, impossible worlds that feel completely real until we wake up? In this gentle exploration, we'll uncover the fascinating science behind dreams. But before we begin, feel free to comment your time and location below. The visuals are here for you, but feel free to close your eyes, breathe deep, and let your imagination wander through the landscapes of sleep. I'd love and encourage you to watch until the end to discover the remarkable mechanisms behind our dreaming minds. But there's absolutely no problem if you drift off midway through. Let your thoughts float through the corridors of consciousness and dream. If you find comfort in these gentle explorations of the mind, I'd be grateful if you'd consider subscribing and liking this video. Let's begin this voyage into the sleeping mind. Welcome to a journey that takes us into the most private theatre of human experience, where logic bends, time stretches, and the impossible becomes routine. Tonight, we're exploring the extraordinary science of dreams, those nightly adventures that transform our resting brains into storytellers, artists, and architects of impossible worlds. As you settle into this moment of quiet contemplation, perhaps with the gentle weight of evening settling around you, consider the remarkable fact that every single night, without fail, your brain embarks on one of nature's most mysterious processes. For roughly 2 hours of every 8-hour sleep cycle, your mind creates elaborate narratives, complete with characters, emotions, sensations, and experiences so vivid they can leave you breathless upon waking. The story we're about to explore challenges everything we think we know about consciousness, memory, and the nature of reality itself. We'll discover why your brain, when freed from the constraints of waking life, chooses to weave these intricate tapestries of experience. We'll uncover the hidden purposes behind these nightly journeys and reveal how dreams might be far more important to your well-being than you ever imagined. This is the story of dreams, told through the lens of cutting-edge neuroscience, where ancient mysteries meet modern understanding, and where the boundary between sleeping and waking reveals secrets about the very nature of human consciousness. For most of human history, dreams were considered messages from gods, glimpses into other worlds, or prophetic visions of things to come. Ancient civilizations built entire belief systems around dream interpretation. The Egyptians had dream temples where people would sleep in hopes of receiving divine guidance. The Greeks believed dreams were visits from supernatural beings. Indigenous cultures around the world developed rich traditions of dream sharing and interpretation. But it wasn't until the 20th century that science began to seriously investigate what was actually happening inside the dreaming brain. The breakthrough came in 1953 when researchers Eugene Aserinsky and Nathaniel Kleitman made a discovery that would revolutionize our understanding of sleep and dreams forever. They were studying the sleep patterns of infants when they noticed something extraordinary. During certain periods of sleep, the baby's eyes would move rapidly back and forth beneath their closed eyelids, as if they were watching some invisible drama unfold. Even more intriguing, when adults were awakened during these periods of rapid eye movement, they almost always reported vivid, detailed dreams. This discovery revealed that sleep wasn't the uniform, quiet state that scientists had previously assumed. Instead, it was a dynamic, active process with distinct stages, each serving different functions for the brain and body. And during these REM periods, something remarkable was happening inside the sleeping mind. Modern neuroscience has revealed that during REM sleep, your brain becomes almost as active as when you're awake. In fact, in some regions, it becomes even more active. Blood flow increases dramatically to areas involved in learning, memory, and emotional processing. Your brain waves look strikingly similar to those of waking consciousness. Yet you remain peacefully unconscious, lost in the vivid theatre of dreams. But here's where it gets truly fascinating. While your brain is buzzing with activity, your body becomes temporarily paralyzed. This isn't a malfunction, it's a sophisticated safety mechanism. Your brainstem releases chemicals that essentially disconnect your motor neurons, preventing you from acting out your dreams. Without this protective paralysis, you might find yourself sleepwalking through elaborate dream scenarios, potentially putting yourself in danger. This raises a profound question that has captivated researchers for decades. If dreams aren't meant to be acted upon, if they're quarantined from our physical behavior, then why does the brain invest so much energy in creating them? Why does evolution preserve this expensive, time-consuming process that seems to serve no obvious survival function? The answer, as we're discovering, is that dreams may be one of the most important processes your brain performs. Far from being random neural noise or meaningless fantasy, dreams appear to serve crucial functions for learning, memory, emotional regulation, and creative problem solving. Let's start with memory. Every day, your brain is bombarded with an enormous amount of information. Conversations, experiences, sensations, emotions, facts, faces, places, all competing for storage space in your neural networks. If your brain tried to remember everything with equal importance, it would quickly become overwhelmed, like a computer hard drive filled to capacity. During sleep, particularly during REM periods, your brain engages in a sophisticated process of memory consolidation. It's like having a highly skilled librarian working the night shift, sorting through the day's experiences, deciding what's worth keeping, what should be discarded, and how new information should be integrated with existing memories. Studies have shown that people who are deprived of REM sleep show significant impairments in their ability to form new memories and recall information they learned before sleeping. Students who pull all-nighters before exams consistently perform worse than those who get adequate sleep, because their brains haven't had the opportunity to properly consolidate the information they studied. But dreams don't just help with factual memory. They appear to be particularly important for emotional memories and the processing of complex experiences. During REM sleep, your brain replays significant events from your waking life, but not as literal recordings. Instead, it weaves them into new narratives, combines them with older memories, and explores different emotional associations. This is why dreams often feel so strange and disjointed. Your brain isn't trying to create a coherent story for entertainment purposes. It's engaged in the serious work of memory integration, taking the raw materials of your experiences and transforming them into lasting knowledge and emotional understanding. Consider how often you've gone to sleep worried about a problem, only to wake up with new clarity or a fresh perspective. This isn't just the result of being well rested. During your dreams, your brain was actively working on that problem, approaching it from new angles, making unexpected connections, and exploring solutions that your conscious mind might never have considered. Research has documented countless examples of scientific breakthroughs, artistic insights, and creative solutions that emerged from dreams. The periodic table, the structure of DNA, musical compositions, literary works, and mathematical theorems have all been influenced by dream experiences. When we sleep, our brains are freed from the logical constraints and conventional thinking patterns of waking consciousness, allowing for the kind of innovative, associative thinking that leads to genuine insights. But dreams serve another crucial function that's perhaps even more important than memory consolidation or creative problem solving. They appear to be essential for emotional regulation and psychological well-being. During REM sleep, your brain processes not just the events of your day, but the emotions associated with those events. Dreams provide a safe space for your mind to experience, explore, and integrate difficult emotions without the risks associated with acting on them in waking life. Think about the most common themes in dreams: being chased, falling, being unprepared for an exam, losing something important, being in unfamiliar places, encountering strange or threatening situations. These scenarios rarely mirror your actual daily experiences, yet they feel intensely real and emotionally charged when you're dreaming them. These archetypal dream themes appear to serve as emotional rehearsals, allowing your brain to practice responding to challenging situations in a consequence-free environment. When you dream about being chased, your brain is essentially running a simulation of threat response, strengthening neural pathways associated with fear management and escape behaviors. When you dream about being unprepared or losing control, your mind is processing anxiety and exploring different ways of coping with uncertainty. These dreams don't predict the future, but they help prepare your emotional systems for handling stress and adversity in waking life. This emotional processing function of dreams helps explain why sleep deprivation has such profound effects on mood and psychological stability. People who don't get enough REM sleep often experience increased anxiety, irritability, and difficulty regulating their emotions. Their brains haven't had adequate time to process and integrate the emotional experiences of their waking hours. The relationship between dreams and mental health is so significant that many therapeutic approaches now incorporate dreamwork as a central component. By exploring dream content and patterns, therapists can gain insights into their clients' unconscious concerns, unresolved conflicts, and emotional needs. But perhaps the most remarkable aspect of dream science is what it reveals about the nature of consciousness itself. When you're dreaming, you're essentially hallucinating, experiencing vivid perceptions that have no basis in external reality. Yet these hallucinations feel completely real while you're experiencing them. This raises profound questions about the nature of all conscious experience. If your brain can create such convincing realities during sleep, what does that tell us about the reality we experience when we're awake? How much of what we perceive as objective truth is actually constructed by our neural networks? Dreams reveal that consciousness is far more fluid and creative than we typically imagine. They show us that our brains are not passive receivers of sensory information, but active constructors of experience. Every moment of consciousness, whether sleeping or waking, involves your brain creating a coherent narrative from the complex interplay of memory, sensation, emotion, and expectation. As we continue our exploration of dream science, we'll discover how different types of dreams serve different functions, why some people remember their dreams while others don't, and what the latest research reveals about the possibility of controlling and directing our dream experiences. The science of dreams opens a window into the deepest mysteries of human consciousness, revealing that our sleeping minds are not inactive or unproductive, but engaged in some of the most important work our brains will ever perform. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, you can rest knowing that your dreaming mind will continue the essential work of integrating your experiences, processing your emotions, and preparing you for whatever tomorrow may bring. But the story of dreams becomes even more intricate when we examine the different stages of sleep and how each contributes to this nightly symphony of consciousness. Your brain doesn't simply switch from waking to dreaming like flipping a light switch. Instead, it moves through a carefully orchestrated sequence of sleep stages, each with its own characteristics, purposes, and dream qualities. As you drift off to sleep tonight, your brain will first enter what scientists call Stage 1 sleep, a transitional phase between wakefulness and deeper rest. During this brief period, lasting only 5 to 10 minutes, your brain waves begin to slow, shifting from the rapid beta waves of alert consciousness to the gentler alpha and theta rhythms of early sleep. Your muscles start to relax, your heart rate decreases, and your breathing becomes more regular. It's during this hypnagogic state that you might experience those peculiar sensations of falling or sudden muscle jerks that sometimes startle you awake. These hypnic jerks, as they're called, are completely normal and may be evolutionary remnants from when our ancestors slept in trees, a final safety check to ensure you're securely positioned for sleep. The dreams of Stage 1 sleep, if they occur at all, tend to be brief, fragmented, and more like fleeting thoughts or images than full narratives. You might glimpse faces, hear snippets of conversation, or experience brief sensory impressions that dissolve almost immediately upon waking. As your brain settles deeper into rest, you enter Stage 2 sleep, which comprises roughly 45% of your total sleep time. Here, your brain waves continue to slow, punctuated by distinctive patterns called sleep spindles and K-complexes. These aren't random neural events, but rather sophisticated mechanisms that help protect your sleep from external disturbances while facilitating memory consolidation. Sleep spindles appear as brief bursts of rhythmic brainwave activity, generated by your thalamus as it acts like a gatekeeper, filtering sensory information and preventing minor sounds or sensations from waking you. K-complexes are large, dramatic waves that seem to be your brain's way of acknowledging external stimuli without fully processing them, allowing you to remain asleep while still maintaining some awareness of your environment. Dreams during Stage 2 sleep are typically more mundane and realistic than the bizarre adventures of REM sleep. You might dream about ordinary activities, familiar places, or recent events, but these dreams often lack the emotional intensity and surreal qualities that make REM dreams so memorable. Then comes the deepest phase of sleep, Stages 3 and 4, collectively known as slow wave sleep or deep sleep. During these stages, your brain waves slow to their lowest frequency, creating the large, rolling delta waves that give this phase its name. Your body temperature drops, your immune system strengthens, and growth hormone is released to repair tissues and support development. This is the sleep of physical restoration, when your body performs its most crucial maintenance work. But it's also when your brain engages in some of its most important memory processing. While REM sleep handles complex emotional memories and creative associations, slow-wave sleep appears to be crucial for consolidating factual information and procedural memories. The dreams of deep sleep, when they occur, are often described as thought-like rather than experience-like. They tend to be less visual and more conceptual, sometimes involving problem-solving or working through logical sequences. Many people report having their most insightful realizations during or immediately after periods of deep sleep, as if their unconscious mind has been quietly working on challenging problems while their conscious awareness rested. After cycling through these non-REM stages, your brain eventually enters REM sleep. And this is where the most vivid, emotionally rich, and bizarre dreams unfold. During a typical night, you'll experience 4 to 6 REM periods, with each one becoming longer and more intense as the night progresses. Your final REM period, occurring in the early morning hours, can last up to an hour and often produces the most memorable dreams. What makes REM sleep so extraordinary is the sheer intensity of brain activity during this stage. Neuroimaging studies reveal that during REM sleep, your brain's visual cortex, emotional centers, and association areas light up with activity that rivals or even exceeds waking levels. Meanwhile, the prefrontal cortex, responsible for logical thinking and self-awareness, becomes much less active. This unique pattern of activation helps explain why REM dreams feel so real yet so strange. Your brain's visual and emotional systems are creating rich, detailed experiences, but the logical centers that would normally question impossible scenarios or recognize inconsistencies are essentially offline. This allows you to accept the impossible as perfectly normal while you're dreaming. You might find yourself flying through the air, having conversations with deceased relatives, or discovering rooms in your house that don't actually exist. And none of these impossibilities seem odd while you're experiencing them. It's only upon waking that your prefrontal cortex comes back online and recognizes the dream's illogical elements. The neurotransmitter environment during REM sleep is equally fascinating. Levels of norepinephrine, serotonin, and histamine drop dramatically, while acetylcholine increases. This chemical cocktail creates the perfect conditions for the vivid, emotionally charged, and often bizarre experiences that characterize REM dreams. The absence of norepinephrine may explain why dreams often lack the stress and anxiety that would normally accompany strange or threatening situations in waking life. The reduced serotonin might contribute to the non-linear associative thinking that allows dream narratives to jump between scenes and scenarios without logical transitions. The increased acetylcholine enhances the brain's ability to form new associations and connections between disparate memories and experiences. But here's what makes dream research so challenging and fascinating. Despite decades of scientific study, we still can't predict with certainty what you'll dream about on any given night. Dreams appear to be influenced by an incredibly complex interplay of factors including recent experiences, long-term memories, emotional states, physical sensations, external stimuli, and even what you ate before bed. Some dreams seem to directly process the events of your day, while others draw from memories that may be decades old. Some appear to be wish fulfillment, allowing you to experience things you desire but can't have in waking life. Others seem to be fear rehearsals, playing out your anxieties in symbolic form. Many dreams combine elements from different time periods, locations, and relationships in ways that create entirely new scenarios. This unpredictability has led some researchers to propose that dreams might not have a single function, but rather serve as a kind of neural playground where your brain can explore different possibilities, test various scenarios, and strengthen connections between different memory networks. In this view, dreams are less like movies with specific meanings and more like improvisational theatre, where your brain experiments with different combinations of experiences, emotions, and associations. Recent advances in neuroimaging technology have allowed scientists to peer deeper into the dreaming brain than ever before. Using techniques like functional magnetic resonance, imaging, and electroencephalography, researchers can now watch brain activity unfold in real time during different sleep stages. They've discovered that the sleeping brain is far from inactive, engaging in complex processes that may be just as important as anything that happens during waking hours. One of the most remarkable discoveries is that during REM sleep, your brain appears to be actively forgetting certain information while strengthening other memories. This process, called synaptic homeostasis, helps prevent your neural networks from becoming overloaded with trivial details, while ensuring that important information is preserved and integrated into your long-term memory systems. Think of it as your brain's way of cleaning house, discarding the mental equivalent of junk mail while filing away the important documents. This selective forgetting is crucial for maintaining cognitive efficiency and preventing information overload that could impair your ability to think clearly and make good decisions. The timing of different sleep stages also appears to be crucial for optimal brain function. People who experience disrupted sleep architecture, where the normal progression through sleep stages is altered, often report problems with memory, mood regulation, and cognitive performance, even if they get adequate total sleep time. This has profound implications for our understanding of sleep disorders and their treatment. Conditions like sleep apnea, restless leg syndrome, and certain medications can fragment sleep and prevent the brain from completing its essential nightly maintenance tasks, leading to cumulative deficits in mental and emotional functioning. As we delve deeper into the science of dreams, we begin to appreciate just how sophisticated and essential this nightly process really is. Your sleeping brain isn't simply shutting down for maintenance like a computer in sleep mode. Instead, it's actively engaging in some of the most important cognitive work it will ever perform, weaving together the threads of experience into the tapestry of memory, emotion, and understanding that shapes who you are and how you navigate the world. The more we learn about dreams, the more we realize that the boundary between sleeping and waking consciousness is far more permeable than we once believed. The insights, emotions, and associations formed during dreams don't simply vanish upon waking, but continue to influence your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors throughout the day. In a very real sense, who you are when you're awake is shaped by who you become when you dream. This understanding has led to exciting new research into the possibility of influencing and even directing dream content through various techniques and interventions. Scientists are exploring whether we can enhance the memory consolidation benefits of sleep, use dreams for therapeutic purposes, or even tap into the creative potential of the dreaming mind in more deliberate ways. As we continue our journey through the landscape of dream science, we'll explore these cutting-edge developments and discover what they might mean for the future of human consciousness and our understanding of the sleeping mind. But what happens when this carefully orchestrated process goes awry? When the delicate balance of sleep stages is disrupted, or when the boundary between dreaming and waking consciousness becomes blurred? The study of sleep disorders has revealed just how crucial proper dream function is for our mental and physical well-being, while also opening fascinating windows into the deeper mysteries of consciousness itself. Consider the phenomenon of lucid dreaming, where the dreamer becomes aware that they're dreaming while still remaining in the dream state. This remarkable experience occurs when parts of the prefrontal cortex, normally dormant during REM sleep, suddenly spring to life while the rest of the dream machinery continues operating. The result is a hybrid state of consciousness where you can observe and sometimes even control your dream experience while it unfolds. Lucid dreamers often describe the extraordinary sensation of recognizing dream signs, those telltale inconsistencies that reveal the artificial nature of their experience. Perhaps they notice their hands look strange, or realize they're in a place that couldn't possibly exist, or recognize a deceased person as someone who shouldn't be there. This moment of recognition, called becoming lucid, transforms the passive dream experience into an active exploration. Research into lucid dreaming has revealed that this state occurs most frequently during the later REM periods of the night, when brain activity is at its peak and the boundaries between different states of consciousness become more fluid. Scientists have learned to trigger lucidity using various techniques, from reality checks performed during waking hours to external stimuli applied during REM sleep. The implications of lucid dreaming extend far beyond mere curiosity. Therapists are exploring its potential for treating nightmares, helping people confront and overcome recurring fears in the safe space of conscious dreaming. Athletes are investigating whether they can practice skills in lucid dreams, potentially improving performance through mental rehearsal that feels as real as physical practice. But lucid dreaming also raises profound questions about the nature of consciousness itself. If you can be aware and make decisions while dreaming, what does that tell us about the relationship between awareness and the physical brain? How do we define the boundaries between real and artificial experience, when both can feel equally vivid and meaningful? And at the other end of the spectrum are the parasomnias, sleep disorders where the normal paralysis of REM sleep fails, or where different sleep stages become confused. Sleepwalking, sleep talking, and REM sleep behavior disorder create situations where people act out their dreams physically, sometimes with dramatic and even dangerous consequences. In REM sleep behavior disorder, the brainstem fails to properly paralyze the body during dreams, allowing people to punch, kick, run, or shout in response to their dream experiences. Partners of people with this condition often report being struck or grabbed during vivid action dreams, and the dreamers themselves can injure themselves by falling out of bed or colliding with furniture while pursuing dream scenarios. These conditions reveal just how thin the line between sleeping and waking can become. They show us that the mechanisms separating dream consciousness from physical action are more fragile than we might imagine, and that the brains to maintain these boundaries is both sophisticated and vulnerable. And sleep terrors present another fascinating window into the complexity of sleep consciousness. Unlike nightmares, which occur during REM sleep and are often remembered in detail, sleep terrors emerge from deep, slow-wave sleep and typically leave no memory trace. People experiencing sleep terrors may scream, thrash, or flee from bed while remaining completely unconscious, their faces expressing intense fear, even though they're not actually dreaming in the traditional sense. The study of these phenomena has revealed that consciousness during sleep is far more variable and complex than early researchers imagined. Rather than simply being awake or asleep, dreaming or not dreaming, we exist on a spectrum of awareness that can shift and change throughout the night. Narcolepsy adds another layer to this complexity, a condition where the boundaries between sleep and wake states become unpredictably permeable. People with narcolepsy may suddenly enter REM sleep during normal waking hours, experiencing dreamlike hallucinations or complete muscle paralysis while still partially conscious. These experiences blur the line between sleeping and waking in ways that challenge our basic assumptions about consciousness. The emotional content of dreams has emerged as another crucial area of research. Studies consistently show that dreams are more likely to contain negative emotions than positive ones, with fear, anxiety, and frustration appearing far more frequently than joy, excitement, or contentment. This negativity bias in dreams may serve important evolutionary functions, allowing us to rehearse responses to threats and challenges in a safe environment. Dreams about being chased, attacked, or trapped appear to be universal human experiences, occurring across cultures and throughout history. These archetypal scenarios may represent ancient survival programs encoded in our neural architecture, emotional rehearsals that helped our ancestors survive in dangerous environments. But dreams also serve as emotional pressure valves, allowing us to experience and process feelings that might be too intense or socially inappropriate to fully explore while awake. Dreams of anger, revenge, forbidden desires, or profound grief provide outlets for emotions that our conscious minds might struggle to integrate. The therapeutic potential of working with dream content has gained renewed attention as researchers recognize the sophisticated emotional processing that occurs during sleep. Dream analysis, once dismissed by mainstream psychology as unscientific, is experiencing a renaissance as neuroscience reveals the genuine importance of dream experiences for mental health. Some therapists now use techniques called dream re-entry or dream rehearsal, where clients are guided to reimagine traumatic dreams with different outcomes. By consciously altering dream narratives while awake, people can sometimes reduce the frequency and intensity of distressing dreams, effectively reprogramming their unconscious responses to challenging situations. The cultural dimensions of dreaming add yet another layer of complexity to our understanding. While the basic mechanisms of sleep and dreaming appear to be universal, the content and interpretation of dreams vary dramatically across different societies and historical periods. Some cultures view dreams as prophetic messages, others as communications with ancestors, and still others as meaningless neural static. These cultural differences in dream interpretation can actually influence dream content itself. People who grow up believing that dreams carry important messages often report more memorable and meaningful dream experiences than those who view dreams as random brain activity. This suggests that our conscious beliefs about dreams may shape our unconscious dream experiences in subtle but significant ways. The advent of modern technology has opened new frontiers in dream research. Scientists can now use machine learning algorithms to analyze patterns in brain activity during sleep, potentially allowing them to predict or even decode dream content. Early experiments have successfully identified basic visual elements in dreams by analyzing neural activity patterns, bringing us closer to the possibility of actually recording and playing back dream experiences. These technological advances raise both exciting possibilities and profound ethical questions. If we can eventually record dreams, who owns that content? How might the ability to share or manipulate dream experiences change human relationships and society? What are the implications of being able to influence or control another person's dreams? The relationship between dreams and creativity continues to fascinate researchers and artists alike. Many of history's greatest innovations and artistic masterpieces have emerged from dream experiences or dream-inspired insights. The unique associative thinking that occurs during REM sleep appears to excel at making unexpected connections between disparate ideas, leading to breakthroughs that logical, conscious thought might never achieve. Studies of creative individuals often reveal sophisticated relationships with their dream lives. Many artists, writers, and inventors have developed techniques for harvesting insights from their dreams, keeping dream journals, or using specific practices to enhance dream recall and content. The phenomenon of problem-solving dreams, where complex challenges are resolved during sleep, appears to result from the brain's ability to approach problems from entirely new angles when freed from the constraints of logical, linear thinking. During dreams, your mind can combine elements from different domains, ignore conventional limitations, and explore solutions that conscious thought might dismiss as impossible or impractical. This creative potential of dreams has led some researchers to investigate whether dream states can be deliberately enhanced or directed towards specific problems. Techniques like dream incubation, where people focus on particular questions or challenges before sleep, show promise for tapping into the innovative potential of the dreaming mind. The study of children's dreams has revealed fascinating insights into how dreaming develops throughout life. Very young children appear to dream less frequently and with less complexity than adults, suggesting that the capacity for rich dream experiences develops alongside cognitive and emotional maturity. As children grow, their dreams become more elaborate, incorporating increasingly sophisticated narratives, emotional themes, and abstract concepts. This parallel development of dreaming and waking consciousness suggests that dreams may play crucial roles in cognitive development, helping young minds practice emotional regulation, social interaction, and creative thinking. The dreams of elderly individuals often show different patterns than those of younger adults, sometimes incorporating more memories from distant past than recent experiences. This shift may reflect changes in memory consolidation processes, or represent the brain's way of reviewing and integrating a lifetime of experiences. Gender differences in dreaming have also emerged as an area of scientific interest. Research suggests that women tend to remember dreams more frequently than men and often report dreams with more emotional content and interpersonal themes. Men's dreams more frequently involve physical aggression, unfamiliar characters, and competitive scenarios. These differences may reflect socialization patterns, hormonal influences, or fundamental differences in how male and female brains process emotional and social information during sleep. However, researchers caution that individual variation is enormous, and these patterns represent tendencies rather than universal rules. The impact of external factors on dream content continues to surprise researchers. What you eat, drink, or experience before bed can significantly influence your dream experiences. Spicy foods, alcohol, certain medications, and even the temperature of your sleeping environment can alter dream frequency, intensity, and content in measurable ways. Light exposure, both natural and artificial, plays a crucial role in regulating the sleep-wake cycle and can dramatically affect dream patterns. The blue light emitted by electronic devices can suppress melatonin production and delay the onset of REM sleep, potentially reducing dream time and altering dream quality. Seasonal changes also influence dreaming, with many people reporting more vivid or frequent dreams during winter months when daylight hours are reduced. This seasonal variation may be linked to changes in melatonin production and circadian rhythm regulation that occur in response to varying light exposure. As we delve deeper into the mechanisms of dreaming, we encounter questions that challenge our fundamental assumptions about consciousness, memory, and the nature of experience itself. Dreams reveal that our brains are capable of creating rich, detailed, emotionally meaningful experiences without any input from the external world, suggesting that all conscious experience may be more constructed and less directly connected to objective reality than we typically assume. The study of dreams continues to evolve as new technologies and methodologies allow researchers to peer ever deeper into the sleeping mind. Each discovery raises new questions about the purpose and mechanisms of dreaming, while simultaneously revealing the extraordinary sophistication of this nightly process that we too often take for granted. Tonight, as you prepare to surrender consciousness to sleep, you can appreciate the remarkable journey your brain is about to undertake. In the theatre of your dreams, memories will be sorted and integrated, emotions will be processed and understood, creativity will flourish in ways impossible during waking hours, and your mind will engage in the essential work of making sense of your experiences and preparing you for whatever tomorrow may bring. The science of dreams reveals that sleep is not a passive state of unconsciousness, but an active, purposeful process that may be just as important for your well-being as anything that happens during your waking hours. In understanding dreams, we glimpse the extraordinary capabilities of the human brain and the profound mysteries of consciousness that continue to inspire wonder and drive scientific discovery. As fascinating as the mechanisms of dreaming are, perhaps even more intriguing is what happens when we try to influence or control our dream experiences. The emerging field of dream engineering represents one of the most exciting frontiers in sleep science, where researchers are discovering that the boundary between passive dreaming and active dream participation may be far more permeable than we ever imagined. Throughout history, cultures around the world have developed techniques for working with dreams intentionally. Tibetan Buddhists practice dream yoga, a sophisticated system for maintaining awareness during sleep. Aboriginal Australians speak of dream time as a realm that can be deliberately accessed and navigated. Indigenous shamans across continents have long used dreaming as a tool for healing, problem solving, and spiritual exploration. Modern science is now validating many of these ancient practices while developing new methods for dream influence that would have seemed like pure fantasy just decades ago. The key insight driving this research is that while we cannot completely control our dreams like directing a movie, we can significantly influence their content, emotional tone, and even our level of awareness within them. Dream incubation represents one of the most accessible techniques for dream influence. This practice involves focusing your intention on a specific question, problem, or desired dream experience before falling asleep. The process works by priming your unconscious mind with particular themes or concerns, increasing the likelihood that your dreams will incorporate and explore these elements. Research has shown that dream incubation can be remarkably effective for creative problem solving. Scientists at MIT have conducted studies where participants focused on specific challenges before sleep, and a significant percentage reported dreams that contained useful insights or solutions. The key appears to be maintaining a relaxed, open attitude while gently holding your intention, rather than trying to force particular outcomes. The technique works best when combined with proper sleep hygiene and consistent practice. Many successful dream incubators develop personal rituals around bedtime, perhaps writing down their question or intention, visualizing desired outcomes, or using specific phrases or images as they drift off to sleep. The goal is not to control every aspect of the dream, but to influence its general direction and content. Another powerful approach involves reality testing, a practice borrowed from lucid dreaming research. Throughout your waking hours, you periodically ask yourself whether you're dreaming and perform simple tests to verify reality. You might look at your hands to see if they appear normal, check digital clocks to see if the time makes sense, or try to push your finger through your palm. These reality checks become habitual, and eventually you'll perform them while dreaming, potentially triggering lucid awareness. The phenomenon of false awakenings adds another layer of complexity to dream consciousness. Many people report dreams where they believe they've woken up and begun their normal morning routine, only to actually wake up later and realize the entire experience was part of the dream. These dreams within dreams reveal the sophisticated ways our minds can simulate reality, creating nested levels of consciousness that can be difficult to distinguish from actual experience. Sleep scientists have developed external techniques for dream influence using carefully timed stimuli during REM sleep. Gentle sounds, lights, or even subtle vibrations can be introduced during dream periods without fully waking the sleeper. These stimuli often become incorporated into dream content in creative and unexpected ways, allowing researchers to influence dream narratives from outside the dreaming mind. One particularly fascinating area of research involves targeted memory reactivation during sleep. Scientists have discovered that playing specific sounds or scents that were present during learning can strengthen memory consolidation when reintroduced during sleep. If you study material while exposed to a particular fragrance, then experience that same scent during sleep. your brain may more effectively process and retain the information. This technique has shown promise for enhancing learning, treating phobias, and even reducing the emotional impact of traumatic memories. The sleeping brain appears to be remarkably receptive to subtle environmental cues, using them to guide its nightly processing work in ways that can benefit waking consciousness. The development of wearable sleep technology has opened new possibilities for dream tracking and influence. Devices that monitor brain waves, heart rate, and movement patterns can now detect REM periods with remarkable accuracy, allowing for precisely timed interventions. Some advanced systems can deliver customized audio cues, adjust room temperature, or provide gentle tactile stimulation based on real-time sleep stage analysis. These technologies are beginning to make dream influence accessible to ordinary people rather than just research scientists. Sleep apps now offer guided dream incubation sessions, lucid dream training programs, and personalized soundscapes designed to enhance specific aspects of sleep and dreaming. While the effectiveness of these consumer technologies varies, they represent the democratization of dream research and the growing recognition of dreams' importance for well-being. The therapeutic applications of dreamwork continue to expand as mental health professionals recognize the unique access dreams provide to unconscious mental processes. Imagery rehearsal therapy, originally developed for treating nightmares, helps people rewrite traumatic dream scenarios while awake, often reducing the frequency and intensity of disturbing dreams. The technique involves recalling a nightmare in detail, then consciously changing elements of the story to create a more positive or empowering outcome. Patients might imagine themselves gaining superpowers to defeat dream attackers, finding safe places to hide, or transforming frightening dream characters into helpful allies. By repeatedly rehearsing these alternative scenarios while awake, people can sometimes influence their actual dream experiences, reducing the emotional impact of recurring nightmares. Dream sharing and group dream work represent another fascinating dimension of therapeutic dream practice. Some therapists facilitate dream groups where participants share and explore dream experiences collectively, finding common themes and supporting each other's understanding of unconscious material. These groups often discover surprising connections between different people's dreams, suggesting that we may share more unconscious content than we typically realize. The relationship between dreams and physical health continues to reveal new connections that challenge traditional boundaries between mental and physical well-being. Chronic pain sufferers often report that their pain levels in dreams correlate with their waking pain experiences, but sometimes dream scenarios can provide relief or alternative ways of relating to physical discomfort. Some pain management programs now incorporate dream work as part of comprehensive treatment approaches. Patients learn to visualize healing scenarios before sleep, potentially influencing their dream experiences in ways that may affect their relationship with pain during waking hours. While the mechanisms are not fully understood, the placebo effect and the powerful connection between mental states and physical experience suggest that dream-based healing approaches may have genuine therapeutic value. The study of recurring dreams has revealed important insights into how the unconscious mind processes unresolved conflicts and unmet needs. These persistent dream themes often serve as internal alarm systems, repeatedly bringing attention to issues that require conscious resolution. Rather than being mere repetitions, recurring dreams often show subtle variations that track the dreamer's evolving relationship with underlying concerns. Working therapeutically with recurring dreams typically involves exploring their symbolic content, identifying the emotions and conflicts they represent, and finding ways to address these issues in waking life. As people make progress on underlying problems, recurring dreams often naturally diminish or transform, suggesting a sophisticated feedback system between unconscious processing and conscious growth. The phenomenon of mutual dreaming, where two or more people report shared dream experiences, represents one of the most controversial areas of dream research. While mainstream science remains skeptical of claims about telepathic or psychic dream connections, documented cases of apparent shared dreaming continue to intrigue researchers and challenge conventional understanding of consciousness boundaries. Some studies have attempted to investigate mutual dreaming under controlled conditions, with mixed and generally inconclusive results. However, the subjective reports of people who experience apparent dream sharing remain compelling, regardless of whether the phenomenon can be scientifically validated. These experiences often have profound meaning for the individuals involved, strengthening relationships and providing a sense of connection that transcends ordinary consciousness. The role of diet and nutrition in dream experiences has emerged as an area of growing interest. Certain foods and nutrients appear to influence dream frequency, intensity, and content in measurable ways. Foods rich in tryptophan, such as turkey and dairy products, can increase serotonin production and potentially affect dream quality. B vitamins, particularly B6, have been associated with more vivid and memorable dreams. Conversely, alcohol consumption generally reduces REM sleep and dream activity, while caffeine can fragment sleep and alter dream patterns. Many people report that spicy foods eaten close to bedtime increase dream intensity, possibly due to their effects on body temperature and sleep quality. The timing of meals also matters, with late eating often associated with more disturbing or unusual dream content. The emerging field of chronobiology has revealed how our natural circadian rhythms influence dreaming patterns. The timing and quality of dreams vary significantly depending on when during the night they occur, with early morning dreams typically being longer, more complex, and more emotionally intense than those occurring earlier in the sleep cycle. Understanding these natural rhythms can help optimize dream experiences for specific purposes. Those interested in creative dreaming might benefit from slightly extending their sleep to capture longer REM periods, while people working on emotional processing might pay particular attention to the dreams occurring during their natural circadian peaks. Seasonal affective patterns also influence dreaming, with many people reporting changes in dream frequency, content, and emotional tone corresponding to seasonal transitions. Winter dreams often contain different themes and imagery than summer dreams, possibly reflecting changes in light exposure, activity levels, and mood that accompany seasonal cycles. The relationship between physical exercise and dreaming reveals another connection between body and mind during sleep. Regular physical activity generally improves sleep quality and can increase REM sleep duration, potentially leading to more extensive dreaming. However, intense exercise too close to bedtime can fragment sleep and reduce dream time. Some athletes report that their sports performance influences their dream content, with successful performances leading to more positive dream experiences and frustrating performances sometimes appearing in dream scenarios. This suggests that dreams may serve as a space for processing not just emotional experiences, but also physical memories and motor learning. The study of meditation's effects on dreaming has revealed that contemplative practices can significantly influence sleep consciousness. Regular meditators often report increased dream recall, more lucid dreaming experiences, and dreams with different emotional qualities than non-meditators. Some forms of meditation specifically train awareness during sleep states, blurring the boundaries between waking and sleeping consciousness. Mindfulness practices performed during waking hours appear to carry over into sleep, with some practitioners maintaining a subtle awareness even during non-lucid dreams. This enhanced sleep consciousness may contribute to the psychological benefits associated with meditation practice, providing additional opportunities for insight and emotional processing. The development of pharmaceutical approaches to dream modification represents a controversial frontier in sleep science. While most sleep medications suppress REM sleep and reduce dreaming, researchers are investigating compounds that might enhance specific aspects of dream experience for therapeutic purposes. Some antidepressants affect dream content and frequency, often reducing nightmare frequency, but sometimes altering the overall emotional tone of dreams. The challenge lies in developing interventions that enhance beneficial aspects of dreaming while minimizing unwanted side effects on sleep architecture and overall well-being. Natural supplements and herbs have long been used across cultures to influence dreaming. Mugwort, passion flower, and valerian have traditional reputations as dream herbs, though scientific research on their effects remains limited. Some people report that these substances increase dream vividness or recall, but individual responses vary significantly. The placebo effect plays a significant role in any intervention designed to influence dreams. The belief that something will affect your dreams can itself influence dream experiences, highlighting the powerful connection between conscious expectation and unconscious experience. This suggests that the ritual and intention surrounding dreamwork may be as important as any specific technique employed. As we continue exploring the landscape of dream science, we encounter increasingly sophisticated questions about the nature of consciousness, the boundaries of human experience, and the potential for intentionally developing our capacities for dream awareness and influence. The sleeping mind reveals itself to be not a passive recipient of random neural activity, but an active, creative, and potentially trainable aspect of human consciousness that deserves our attention and respect. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, you might consider the remarkable opportunity that awaits you. Your dreaming mind will spend the next several hours engaged in sophisticated processing work that supports your memory, creativity, emotional well-being, and overall mental health. And with growing understanding of how dreams work, you now have tools and techniques for participating more actively in this nightly journey of consciousness. The science of dreams continues to evolve, revealing new connections between sleeping and waking experience, new possibilities for therapeutic intervention, and new questions about the fundamental nature of human consciousness. Each night offers a fresh opportunity to explore these mysteries firsthand, to participate in the ongoing research into your own mind's extraordinary capabilities, and to appreciate the profound sophistication of processes that unfold naturally every time you close your eyes and surrender to sleep. The exploration of artificial dream content has revealed one of the most profound questions in consciousness research. What distinguishes a naturally occurring dream from one that has been influenced or enhanced through external means? As technology advances and our understanding of sleep mechanisms deepens, we find ourselves at the threshold of possibilities that would have seemed like pure science fiction just decades ago. Consider the phenomenon of targeted dream content delivery, where specific themes, emotions, or even entire scenarios can be introduced into the sleeping mind through carefully orchestrated interventions. Research laboratories around the world are developing systems that can monitor brain activity in real time and deliver precisely timed stimuli during optimal dream periods. These interventions might include subtle auditory cues, gentle tactile sensations, or even controlled exposure to specific scents that the sleeping brain incorporates into its ongoing dream narrative. The implications of such technology extend far beyond simple curiosity about dream manipulation. Therapists are beginning to explore whether targeted dream interventions could accelerate healing from trauma by allowing people to reprocess difficult experiences in safer, more controlled dream environments. The sleeping mind, freed from the defensive mechanisms that might interfere with healing during waking hours, may be more receptive to therapeutic suggestions and more capable of integrating new perspectives on past events. Athletic performance enhancement through dream training represents another fascinating frontier. Some sports psychologists are investigating whether athletes can improve their skills by practicing in dreams, where the constraints of physics and physical limitation are relaxed. While the brain's motor cortex remains largely inactive during REM sleep, the neural pathways associated with movement planning and coordination continue to function, potentially allowing for a form of mental rehearsal that could complement physical training. The creative applications of dream enhancement hold perhaps the most intriguing possibilities. Artists, writers, and inventors throughout history have credited dreams with providing breakthrough insights and innovative solutions. Now, researchers are exploring whether we can systematically enhance the creative potential of dreaming through various interventions. By introducing specific problem parameters before sleep, or providing subtle cues during dream periods, it may be possible to direct the brain's natural associative processes toward particular creative challenges. But these advances also raise profound ethical questions about the nature of authentic experience and the ownership of consciousness. If dreams can be influenced or even controlled from outside, what happens to the deeply personal nature of dream experience? How do we maintain the integrity of individual consciousness while exploring the therapeutic and creative potential of dream intervention? The study of dream content across different populations has revealed fascinating insights into how culture, experience, and individual psychology shape our sleeping narratives. Children's dreams show distinctly different patterns from those of adults, with younger dreamers typically experiencing more straightforward scenarios involving familiar people and places. As cognitive development progresses, dreams become increasingly complex, incorporating abstract concepts, symbolic imagery, and sophisticated emotional themes. The dreams of individuals who are born blind differ significantly from those of sighted people, relying more heavily on auditory, tactile, and emotional content rather than visual imagery. This reveals how profoundly our sensory experience of the world shapes even our unconscious mental processes. Similarly, people who lose their sight later in life often continue to experience visual dreams for years after vision loss, suggesting that established neural pathways for visual experience can persist long after the sensory input that created them has ceased. Professional experiences also leave distinctive marks on dream content. Surgeons frequently dream about operations, musicians about performances, and teachers about classroom scenarios. These occupational dreams appear to serve important functions in skill consolidation and emotional processing related to work-related challenges and achievements. The phenomenon of anxiety dreams deserves particular attention, as these distressing experiences affect nearly everyone at some point. The most common anxiety dreams involve scenarios of being chased, falling, being unprepared for important events, or losing control of vehicles or situations. These archetypal themes appear across cultures and throughout history, suggesting they may represent fundamental human concerns about safety, competence, and social acceptance. What makes anxiety dreams particularly interesting is their potential therapeutic value. While distressing to experience, these dreams may serve as emotional inoculation, allowing us to practice coping with stressful situations in a consequence-free environment. The heightened emotional arousal of anxiety dreams also appears to strengthen memory consolidation, helping us remember and learn from challenging experiences. The relationship between physical health and dream content continues to reveal surprising connections. People experiencing chronic illness often report dreams that incorporate their health challenges in symbolic or direct ways. These illness dreams may serve important functions in psychological adaptation to physical limitations and in maintaining hope and emotional resilience during difficult health journeys. Pain perception during dreams presents a particularly intriguing puzzle. While most people rarely experience physical pain in dreams, those with chronic pain conditions sometimes report that their pain follows them into sleep. This suggests that pain processing involves brain regions that remain active during certain dream states, challenging our understanding of how physical sensation relates to dream consciousness. The timing of dreams within the sleep cycle has emerged as a crucial factor in understanding their different functions and characteristics. Dreams occurring during the first REM period of the night tend to be shorter and more closely related to recent daily experiences. As the night progresses, dreams become longer, more bizarre, and more emotionally intense, often drawing from deeper memory stores and exploring more complex themes. This natural progression suggests that different REM periods serve different functions in memory consolidation and emotional processing. Early dreams may focus on integrating immediate experiences, while later dreams engage in more sophisticated forms of memory reorganization and creative synthesis. The study of dream recall has revealed that the ability to remember dreams varies dramatically between individuals and can be influenced by numerous factors. Some people remember dreams nearly every night, while others rarely recall any dream content. This variation appears to be related to differences in brain structure and function, particularly in regions involved in memory formation and emotional processing. Personality factors also influence dream recall, with individuals who are more introspective, creative, and open to experience typically remembering more dreams. Interest in dreams themselves can enhance recall, suggesting that the value we place on dream experiences affects our ability to retain and remember them. Sleep position, room temperature, and even the phase of the moon have been found to influence dream frequency and content in subtle but measurable ways. The brain's sensitivity to environmental factors during sleep appears to be far greater than previously recognized, with even minor changes in sleeping conditions potentially affecting dream experiences. The phenomenon of prophetic or precognitive dreams has fascinated humans throughout history, though scientific explanation for such experiences remains elusive. While most apparent prophetic dreams can be attributed to coincidence, selective memory, or the brain's remarkable ability to detect subtle patterns and project likely outcomes, some reported cases continue to challenge conventional understanding. From a psychological perspective, dreams that seem to predict future events may actually reflect the unconscious mind's sophisticated ability to integrate vast amounts of information and generate probabilistic scenarios about likely outcomes. The dreaming brain, freed from the logical constraints of waking consciousness, may be particularly adept at recognizing patterns and connections that escape conscious awareness. The healing potential of dream work extends beyond individual therapy to community and cultural healing processes. Some indigenous traditions use collective dream practices to address community-wide challenges, sharing dream experiences to gain insights into social problems or to strengthen cultural bonds. These practices recognize dreams as a shared resource rather than purely individual experiences. Modern therapeutic approaches are beginning to incorporate some of these collective elements, with group dream workshops and shared dream exploration becoming more common in certain therapeutic settings. The recognition that dreams often contain universal themes and symbols has led to approaches that help individuals connect their personal dream experiences to broader human concerns and archetypal patterns. The relationship between dreams and spiritual experience represents another dimension of dream research that challenges purely materialistic interpretations of consciousness. Many religious and spiritual traditions have long recognized dreams as a domain where ordinary consciousness can encounter transcendent realities or receive guidance from sources beyond the individual psyche. While science cannot validate the metaphysical claims associated with spiritual dreaming, research has confirmed that dreams can produce experiences of profound meaning and transformation that have lasting effects on individuals' beliefs, values, and life directions. These transformative dream experiences often share common characteristics, including vivid sensory detail, powerful emotional content, and a sense of encountering something greater than ordinary consciousness. The study of dream symbolism has evolved from the early psychoanalytic approaches of Freud and Jung to more sophisticated understanding of how the brain creates metaphorical representations during sleep. Modern research suggests that dream symbols are not universal codes with fixed meanings, but rather highly personal creations that reflect the dreamer's unique experiences, concerns, and associations. The brain's tendency to create symbolic representations during dreams appears to be related to the way memory consolidation works during sleep. As experiences are integrated into existing memory networks, they may be transformed into symbolic forms that capture their emotional essence while connecting them to broader patterns of meaning and association. Understanding personal dream symbols can provide valuable insights into unconscious concerns and unresolved issues. Many therapists now work with clients to develop their own dream symbol dictionaries, helping them recognize recurring images and themes that may point to important psychological material. The influence of media and technology on dream content represents a relatively new area of research as our waking hours become increasingly dominated by digital experiences. Many people report dreams that incorporate elements from movies, video games, social media, and online interactions, suggesting that virtual experiences can be processed by the dreaming mind in ways similar to real-world encounters. The phenomenon of gaming dreams, where people dream about playing video games or find themselves in game-like scenarios, has become increasingly common. These dreams may serve similar functions to other forms of skill practice dreams, helping to consolidate learning and improve performance in digital environments that have become significant parts of many people's lives. Social media dreams, where people dream about online interactions, posting content, or receiving digital feedback, reflect how deeply these platforms have penetrated our psychological lives. The emotional intensity often associated with social media dreams suggests that online experiences can be just as psychologically significant as face-to-face interactions. The impact of global events and collective traumas on dream content has become an important area of study, particularly as we recognize how shared experiences can influence individual dream patterns. During times of social upheaval, natural disasters, or widespread anxiety, researchers have documented changes in dream themes across large populations. These collective dream responses suggest that individual dream consciousness may be more connected to broader social and cultural currents than previously recognized. The dreaming mind appears to be sensitive not only to personal experiences, but also to the emotional climate of the community and culture in which it exists. The study of how different life stages affect dreaming has revealed that dream patterns continue to evolve throughout the human lifespan. Adolescent dreams often reflect the intense emotional and social changes of that developmental period, frequently incorporating themes of identity exploration, peer relationships, and future possibilities. Dreams during pregnancy show distinctive patterns, often incorporating themes related to the developing child, parenting concerns, and bodily changes. These pregnancy dreams may serve important functions in psychological preparation for parenthood and in processing the profound life changes associated with having children. Dreams in older adults often show increased incorporation of memories from distant past, sometimes leading to dreams that feel more like reminiscences than forward-looking scenarios. This shift may reflect changes in how the aging brain processes and prioritizes different types of memories during sleep. The relationship between creativity and dreaming continues to yield fascinating insights into how the sleeping mind generates novel ideas and solutions. The dreaming brain's ability to make unexpected connections between disparate concepts appears to be enhanced by the reduced activity in brain regions responsible for logical evaluation and criticism. This creates an ideal environment for innovative thinking, where ideas can be explored and developed without the immediate censorship that might occur during waking consciousness. Many creative individuals have learned to harvest these dream-generated insights by keeping dream journals and developing techniques for capturing and developing the ideas that emerge during sleep. The study of nightmares has evolved beyond simply viewing them as distressing experiences to understanding their potential adaptive functions. While chronic nightmares can certainly be problematic and may require treatment, occasional nightmares appear to serve important functions in emotional regulation and threat preparation. The themes that commonly appear in nightmares, such as being chased, attacked, or trapped, may represent the brain's way of rehearsing responses to dangerous situations. By experiencing intense fear in the safe environment of dreams, we may be better prepared to respond effectively to actual threats in waking life. The treatment of chronic nightmares has advanced significantly as our understanding of dream mechanisms has improved. Techniques such as imagery rehearsal therapy, lucid dreaming training, and targeted memory reactivation during sleep have shown promising results in reducing nightmare frequency and intensity. As we approach the frontiers of dream science, we find ourselves confronting questions that challenge our most basic assumptions about consciousness, reality, and the nature of human experience. The sleeping mind reveals capabilities and complexities that continue to surprise researchers and expand our understanding of what it means to be conscious beings. The future of dream research promises even more remarkable discoveries as technology advances and our ability to peer into the sleeping brain becomes more sophisticated. Brain-computer interfaces may eventually allow for direct communication with the dreaming mind, while advanced neuroimaging techniques could provide real-time maps of dream content and emotional states. These developments will likely raise new ethical questions about privacy, authenticity, and the boundaries of acceptable intervention in consciousness. As we gain the ability to influence and potentially control dream experiences, we must carefully consider how to use these powers responsibly and in ways that enhance, rather than diminish, human well-being. The recognition that dreams play crucial roles in memory consolidation, emotional regulation, creativity, and overall mental health has important implications for how we structure our lives and prioritize sleep. In a world that often treats sleep as an inconvenient necessity rather than a vital biological process, understanding the sophisticated functions of dreaming may help us develop greater respect for the importance of adequate quality sleep. Educational systems, workplace policies, and healthcare approaches may need to evolve to better support the sleep and dreaming needs of individuals. This could include later school start times for adolescents, more flexible work schedules that accommodate natural circadian rhythms, and healthcare practices that recognize sleep disorders as serious threats to overall well-being. The democratization of dream research through consumer sleep technology and mobile applications is making dream exploration accessible to millions of people who might never have access to formal sleep laboratories. While the quality and accuracy of these tools varies, they represent an important development in allowing individuals to participate more actively in understanding their own sleep and dream patterns. This citizen science approach to dream research may yield insights that would be impossible to obtain through traditional laboratory studies alone. Large-scale data collection from diverse populations could reveal patterns and relationships that emerge only when examining dream experiences across vast numbers of individuals and cultural contexts. The integration of dreamwork into mainstream healthcare and wellness practices represents another significant trend in the field. As evidence accumulates for the therapeutic benefits of working with dream content, more healthcare providers are incorporating dream-based interventions into their treatment approaches. This integration requires careful training and ethical consideration, as working with dreams touches on deeply personal and potentially vulnerable aspects of human experience. The development of professional standards and training programs for dream-based therapeutic work will be crucial as these approaches become more widely adopted. The study of dreams also continues to inform our understanding of consciousness more broadly, providing insights into questions about the nature of subjective experience, the relationship between mind and brain, and the mechanisms that generate the rich inner world of human awareness. Dreams represent a natural altered state of consciousness that occurs in every healthy human being, offering a window into the flexibility and creativity of conscious experience. By studying how consciousness operates during dreams, researchers gain valuable perspectives on the fundamental mechanisms that create all forms of awareness and subjective experience. As we continue this exploration of dream science, we find ourselves at the intersection of neuroscience, psychology, philosophy, and even spirituality. The sleeping mind refuses to be contained within any single academic discipline, demanding interdisciplinary approaches that can accommodate its complexity and mystery. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, you can appreciate the remarkable journey your consciousness is about to undertake. Your dreaming mind will engage in sophisticated processing work that supports every aspect of your mental and emotional well-being, while potentially offering insights, creative solutions, and emotional healing that could enrich your waking life in unexpected ways. The science of dreams reminds us that consciousness is far more complex and mysterious than we often assume, and that the boundaries between sleeping and waking experience are more fluid and interconnected than traditional thinking suggests. In understanding dreams, we gain not only insights into sleep and mental health, but also a deeper appreciation for the extraordinary nature of human consciousness itself. The phenomenon of dream architecture reveals itself most clearly when we examine how the sleeping mind constructs its elaborate fictional worlds. Unlike waking perception, which builds upon sensory input from the external environment, dreams emerge entirely from internal neural activity, yet they create experiences that can feel more vivid and emotionally compelling than anything we encounter during our conscious hours. Consider the remarkable feat your brain performs each night as it weaves together fragments of memory, emotion, and imagination into coherent narratives that unfold in real time. The dreaming mind doesn't simply replay past experiences like a video recording. Instead, it acts as a master storyteller, combining elements from different time periods, locations, and relationships to create entirely new scenarios that somehow feel familiar and meaningful. This creative process operates according to its own unique logic, where cause and effect relationships can be fluid, where multiple locations can exist simultaneously, and where impossible events unfold with perfect naturalness. The dreaming brain excels at creating what researchers call dream logic, a form of reasoning that accepts contradictions and impossibilities as perfectly reasonable within the context of the dream experience. The sensory richness of dreams presents another fascinating puzzle. How does a brain that's essentially cut off from external stimuli create experiences of seeing, hearing, touching, and even tasting that can be indistinguishable from waking sensory experience? The answer lies in the sophisticated ways your neural networks can reactivate sensory memories, combining and recombining them into new perceptual experiences. During REM sleep, your visual cortex becomes highly active despite your eyes being closed and motionless. This internal visual activity draws upon vast libraries of stored visual memories, reassembling them into new scenes and images that can be breathtakingly detailed and realistic. The brain's ability to generate convincing visual experiences from memory alone suggests that even our waking visual perception may be more constructed and interpretive than we typically realize. The emotional landscapes of dreams often surpass the intensity of waking emotional experience. Dreams can evoke fear so profound it jolts you awake, love so overwhelming it brings tears to your sleeping eyes, or joy so pure it lingers for hours after waking. This emotional amplification occurs because the limbic system, your brain's emotional center, remains highly active during REM sleep, while the prefrontal cortex, which normally modulates emotional responses, operates at reduced capacity. This unique neurochemical environment allows emotions to flow more freely and intensely than they typically would during waking hours. Dreams become laboratories for emotional experience, places where you can safely encounter the full spectrum of human feeling without the practical consequences that might accompany such intense emotions in waking life. The social dimensions of dreams reveal fascinating aspects of how we process relationships and social dynamics. Dream characters often behave in ways that surprise us, saying things we wouldn't expect, or acting out scenarios that reveal hidden aspects of our relationships with real people in our lives. These dream interactions may serve important functions in helping us understand and navigate the complex social world we inhabit while awake. Interestingly, the people who appear in our dreams are almost always individuals we've encountered in waking life, even if we can't immediately recall where we know them from. The dreaming brain rarely creates entirely fictional faces, but instead draws from its vast database of remembered faces, sometimes combining features from different people or placing familiar faces in unexpected contexts. The phenomenon of dream time presents another intriguing aspect of sleep consciousness. Dreams can seem to unfold over hours or even days within the span of a few minutes of REM sleep. This time dilation effect suggests that the dreaming mind operates according to different temporal rules than waking consciousness, perhaps because the brain's internal clock mechanisms function differently during sleep states. Some dreams compress vast amounts of experience into brief moments, while others seem to stretch simple events across extended dream time. This flexibility in temporal experience may serve important functions in memory processing, allowing the brain to explore different timescales and relationships between events in ways that enhance understanding and integration. The recurring nature of certain dream themes across human populations points to shared psychological structures and concerns that transcend individual experience. Dreams of flying, falling, being chased, or finding unexpected rooms in familiar buildings appear across cultures and throughout history, suggesting that these scenarios tap into fundamental aspects of human psychology and development. Flying dreams, for instance, often occur during periods of personal growth or liberation from constraints, possibly representing the psyche's exploration of freedom and transcendence. Dreams of being chased may reflect the universal human experience of anxiety and the need to escape from perceived threats, whether physical, psychological, or social. The discovery of hidden rooms or spaces in familiar buildings is another remarkably common dream theme that may represent the mind's recognition of unexplored potential or hidden aspects of the self. These architectural dreams often occur during times of personal transition or self-discovery, as if the sleeping mind is mapping new territories of possibility and growth. The healing potential of dreams extends beyond their role in memory consolidation and emotional processing to encompass what many cultures have recognized as genuine therapeutic experiences. Some dreams provide profound insights into personal problems or life challenges, offering perspectives or solutions that the conscious mind might struggle to achieve through deliberate effort. These breakthrough dreams often arrive during periods of intense seeking or struggle, as if the unconscious mind has been working on problems in the background and finally presents its conclusions through dream experience. The insights gained from such dreams can be remarkably practical and immediately applicable to waking life situations. The phenomenon of visitation dreams, where deceased loved ones appear to offer comfort, guidance, or closure, represents one of the most universally reported and emotionally significant types of dream experience. While science cannot validate any metaphysical interpretation of these encounters, their psychological impact and healing potential are undeniable. These dreams often provide a sense of resolution or peace that can be profoundly transformative for grieving individuals. Whether understood as genuine spiritual encounters or as the psyche's way of processing loss and maintaining connection with departed loved ones, visitation dreams demonstrate the remarkable capacity of dream experience to provide comfort and healing during times of profound emotional need. The study of dream content across different life circumstances has revealed how profoundly our dream experiences reflect our waking concerns and developmental challenges. Students facing academic pressures often dream about examinations, missed classes, or being unprepared for important events. Parents frequently dream about their children's safety and well-being, sometimes experiencing anxiety dreams that help them process the responsibilities and concerns of parenthood. Career transitions, relationship changes, and major life decisions all leave distinctive fingerprints on dream content, suggesting that dreams serve as a kind of psychological laboratory where we can explore the implications and emotional ramifications of significant life changes before fully committing to them in waking reality. The relationship between dreams and physical sensations reveals another layer of complexity in sleep consciousness. While the body is largely paralyzed during REM sleep, dreamers often report vivid tactile experiences, from the sensation of wind on their faces as they fly through dream skies to the feeling of water as they swim through underwater dream landscapes. These phantom sensations demonstrate the brain's remarkable ability to generate convincing sensory experiences from memory and imagination alone. The neural pathways that process touch, temperature, and movement remain active during dreams, creating experiences that can feel as real as any waking sensation, despite the absence of actual sensory input. The phenomenon of sleep learning, where information encountered during sleep becomes incorporated into dream content and potentially into memory, has opened new frontiers in understanding how the sleeping brain processes information. While you cannot learn entirely new information during sleep as effectively as during waking hours, the sleeping brain can strengthen and consolidate memories that were formed before sleep. This has led to investigations into whether specific information presented during sleep can be selectively enhanced or weakened, with potential applications for treating unwanted memories, enhancing desired learning, or even influencing personality development. The ethical implications of such interventions are profound, raising questions about mental privacy and the boundaries of acceptable psychological influence. The role of dreams in artistic and creative expression continues to inspire and inform human culture in countless ways. Many artists, writers, musicians, and inventors have credited dreams with providing inspiration for their most celebrated works. The unique associative thinking that occurs during dreams appears to be particularly well suited to generating novel combinations of ideas and images. The surreal quality of many dreams has influenced entire artistic movements, from the symbolist painters of the 19th century to the surrealists of the 20th century. These artists recognized that dream imagery could access psychological truths and emotional realities that conventional representational art might miss. Modern digital artists and filmmakers continue to draw inspiration from dream aesthetics, using the fluid, transformative quality of dream experience to create works that challenge conventional narrative structures and explore the boundaries between reality and imagination. The study of color in dreams has revealed fascinating variations in how individuals experience dream visuals. While some people report dreams that are as colorful as waking experience, others describe predominantly black and white or muted color dreams. These differences may be related to individual variations in visual processing, memory formation, or even the specific neural pathways that are active during different types of dreams. The emotional associations with different colors in dreams often differ from their waking meanings, suggesting that the dreaming mind may process color symbolism according to more primitive or archetypal associations. Red in dreams, for instance, might represent life force or passion more directly than it would in waking symbolic interpretation. The phenomenon of dream within a dream experiences, where dreamers believe they have awakened from a dream only to discover they are still dreaming, reveals the sophisticated ways the sleeping mind can create nested levels of consciousness. These false awakening experiences often feel remarkably realistic, including detailed sensations of getting out of bed, walking around, and beginning normal daily activities. The occurrence of multiple false awakenings in sequence can be particularly disorienting, creating a series of nested dream states that challenge the dreamer's ability to distinguish between sleeping and waking consciousness. These experiences highlight how convincing the brain's simulation of reality can be, and raise interesting questions about how we normally verify the reality of our experiences. The development of personal dream symbols and their evolution over time provides insights into how individual psychology develops and changes throughout life. Many people report that certain symbols or themes that appeared in childhood dreams continue to resurface throughout their adult dream life, though their meaning and emotional associations may evolve significantly. These persistent dream elements may represent deep psychological structures or core concerns that remain relevant across different life stages, adapting their symbolic expression to reflect changing circumstances and developmental needs. Tracking these symbolic evolutions can provide valuable insights into personal growth and psychological development. The relationship between physical sleep position and dream content has yielded some intriguing correlations, though individual variation is substantial. Some research suggests that sleeping on one's stomach may increase the likelihood of dreams with sexual or romantic content, while sleeping on the back might be associated with more anxiety-related dreams. These positional effects, if real, might be related to how different sleeping positions affect breathing, blood flow, or the activation of different neural networks during sleep. However, the mechanisms underlying any such connections remain largely speculative and require further research to establish definitive relationships. The influence of lunar cycles and seasonal changes on dream patterns represents another area where anecdotal reports exceed scientific validation, yet continue to generate interest and research. Many people report changes in dream intensity, content, or recall that seem to correlate with moon phases or seasonal transitions. While controlled scientific studies have not consistently validated these lunar or seasonal effects, the reports are sufficiently widespread to suggest that subtle environmental factors may influence sleep and dreaming in ways that are difficult to measure with current research methods. The human circadian system is known to be sensitive to light and seasonal changes, so it's plausible that these factors could affect dream patterns as well. The study of dream speech and communication reveals interesting aspects of how language processing occurs during sleep. Dreamers often report having complex conversations with dream characters, sometimes even speaking in foreign languages they don't know well in waking life. The brain's language centers remain active during certain dream states, allowing for sophisticated verbal interactions within dream narratives. However, the language of dreams often follows its own rules, with conversations that might seem perfectly logical within the dream context, but would appear nonsensical if transcribed literally. This dream language may reflect the associative, metaphorical thinking that characterizes dream consciousness more generally. The phenomenon of problem-solving dreams, where complex challenges are resolved through dream experience, continues to fascinate researchers and practitioners alike. These breakthrough dreams often occur after periods of intensive conscious work on a problem, suggesting that the unconscious mind continues processing challenges even after conscious effort has ceased. The key to accessing problem-solving dreams appears to be maintaining a relaxed, open attitude toward potential solutions while avoiding the tendency to force particular outcomes. The dreaming mind seems to excel at finding unexpected connections and alternative approaches that the conscious mind might overlook due to its tendency toward logical, linear thinking. The relationship between dreams and intuition suggests that dream experiences may provide access to subtle information processing that occurs below the threshold of conscious awareness. Many people report that their dreams help them understand situations or relationships in ways that their conscious analysis might miss. This intuitive dimension of dreaming may be related to the brain's ability to integrate vast amounts of subtle sensory and social information that doesn't reach conscious awareness, but nevertheless influences our understanding and decision-making processes. Dreams may provide a window into this unconscious information processing, offering insights that feel intuitive because they arise from sources we cannot consciously identify. As we continue to explore the vast landscape of dream consciousness, we find ourselves confronting questions that reach into the very heart of what it means to be conscious, creative, and human. The sleeping mind reveals capabilities and complexities that challenge our assumptions about the boundaries between real and imagined experience, between individual and collective consciousness, and between the rational and intuitive dimensions of human understanding. Tonight, as you prepare to surrender to sleep, you can appreciate the extraordinary journey that awaits your consciousness. Your dreaming mind will engage in sophisticated creative work that supports your memory, emotional well-being, and psychological development, while potentially offering insights, healing, and inspiration that could enrich your waking life in ways you cannot yet imagine. The science of dreams reminds us that consciousness is far more flexible, creative, and mysterious than our waking experience might suggest. In the realm of sleep, we discover that the mind is capable of creating entire worlds, complete with their own physics, characters, and emotional realities, all emerging from the electrochemical activity of neural networks that somehow give rise to the miracle of subjective experience. The investigation into what we might call dream archaeology has revealed that our sleeping minds don't simply discard the events of each day like clearing a computer's temporary files. Instead, they engage in a sophisticated process of excavation and reconstruction, digging through layers of experience to uncover connections and meanings that might remain hidden during our waking hours. Consider how a single smell in a dream can transport you across decades, connecting a childhood memory with a recent experience in ways that create entirely new understanding. Your dreaming brain acts like a master curator, organizing the museum of your life's experiences, not chronologically, but thematically, emotionally, and symbolically. This curatorial process reveals relationships between events that your conscious mind might never have recognized. The temporal fluidity of dreams allows your sleeping consciousness to collapse the boundaries between past, present, and future in ways that can be profoundly illuminating. You might dream of having a conversation with your childhood self while standing in your current home, discussing concerns that bridge both time periods. These temporal mergings aren't random but appear to serve specific functions in helping you integrate different phases of your life experience. Research has shown that people who regularly work with their dreams often develop enhanced pattern recognition abilities during waking hours. The associative thinking that characterizes dream consciousness appears to strengthen neural pathways involved in creative problem solving and innovative thinking. This suggests that paying attention to your dreams might actually enhance your cognitive flexibility and creative capabilities while awake. The phenomenon of dream rehearsal extends beyond simple threat simulation to encompass a wide range of social and emotional scenarios. Your dreaming mind might rehearse difficult conversations, explore different responses to challenging situations, or practice new ways of expressing yourself. These rehearsals don't predict specific future events, but they help prepare your emotional and social systems for handling various types of interpersonal challenges. The study of dream emotions has revealed that the intensity of feelings experienced during sleep often exceeds what we encounter in waking life. This emotional amplification may serve important functions in helping us process and integrate experiences that might be too overwhelming to fully confront while conscious. Dreams provide a safe space for exploring the full spectrum of human emotion without the practical consequences that might accompany such intense feelings in waking reality. The symbolic language of dreams appears to be deeply personal, yet surprisingly universal. While specific symbols may carry unique meanings for each individual based on their personal experiences and associations, certain symbolic themes appear across cultures and throughout history. These archetypal symbols seem to tap into fundamental aspects of human psychology and development that transcend individual experience. Water in dreams often represents emotional states or transitions, appearing as calm lakes during periods of peace, or as turbulent storms during times of emotional upheaval. Flying dreams frequently occur during periods of liberation or personal growth, possibly representing the psyche's exploration of freedom and transcendence. These symbolic associations aren't arbitrary, but appear to reflect deep connections between physical experiences and psychological states. The healing dimension of dreams extends far beyond their role in memory consolidation and emotional processing. Many therapeutic traditions recognize dreams as natural healing experiences that can provide profound insights into personal problems and life challenges. Some dreams offer perspectives or solutions that the conscious mind might struggle to achieve through deliberate effort alone. These therapeutic dreams often arrive during periods of intense seeking or struggle, as if the unconscious mind has been working on problems in the background and finally presents its conclusions through dream experience. The insights gained from such dreams can be remarkably practical and immediately applicable to waking life situations, suggesting that the sleeping mind has access to wisdom and understanding that may be obscured during conscious thinking. The phenomenon of shared dream experiences, where multiple people report similar dream content or themes, has intrigued researchers and challenged conventional understanding of consciousness boundaries. While mainstream science remains cautious about claims of telepathic dream connections, documented cases of apparent dream sharing continue to generate interest and investigation. These shared experiences might be explained by common environmental factors, similar life circumstances, or the influence of collective cultural themes on individual dream content. However, the subjective reports of people who experience apparent dream sharing remain compelling, regardless of whether the phenomenon can be scientifically validated. These experiences often have profound meaning for the individuals involved, strengthening relationships and providing a sense of connection that transcends ordinary consciousness. The relationship between dreams and physical health continues to reveal new connections that challenge traditional boundaries between mental and physical well-being. People experiencing chronic illness often report dreams that incorporate their health challenges in symbolic or direct ways, and these illness dreams may serve important functions in psychological adaptation to physical limitations. Some medical professionals have begun exploring how dream content might provide insights into physical health states that haven't yet manifested obvious symptoms. While this area of research remains speculative, the documented connections between psychological states and physical health suggest that dream experiences might serve as early warning systems for emerging health challenges. The development of dream enhancement techniques has opened new possibilities for therapeutic intervention and personal growth. Methods such as dream incubation, where specific questions or intentions are focused upon before sleep, have shown promise for directing the sleeping mind toward particular problems or challenges. This practice works by priming the unconscious with specific themes, increasing the likelihood that dreams will incorporate and explore these elements. The key to successful dream incubation appears to be maintaining a relaxed, receptive attitude while gently holding your intention, rather than trying to force particular outcomes. Many practitioners develop personal rituals around bedtime, perhaps writing down their questions or visualizing desired outcomes as they drift off to sleep. The goal isn't to control every aspect of the dream, but to influence its general direction and content. The study of nightmare transformation has revealed that these distressing experiences can often be modified through conscious intervention techniques. Imagery rehearsal therapy helps people rewrite traumatic dream scenarios while awake, often reducing the frequency and intensity of disturbing dreams. The technique involves recalling a nightmare in detail, then consciously changing elements of the story to create more positive or empowering outcomes. By repeatedly rehearsing these alternative scenarios while awake, people can sometimes influence their actual dream experiences, reducing the emotional impact of recurring nightmares. This demonstrates the remarkable plasticity of dream experiences and suggests that the boundary between conscious and unconscious mental processes may be more permeable than traditionally assumed. The role of environment in shaping dream content has emerged as an important area of research. Room temperature, ambient sounds, lighting conditions, and even the comfort of your sleeping surface can significantly influence dream frequency, intensity, and content. The sleeping brain appears to be remarkably sensitive to environmental factors, incorporating subtle sensory information into dream narratives in creative and unexpected ways. This environmental sensitivity has led to investigations into whether specific external stimuli can be used to influence dream content in beneficial ways. Gentle sounds, subtle aromas, or carefully controlled lighting might be used to enhance memory consolidation, reduce nightmare frequency, or promote more positive dream experiences. The phenomenon of dream journals and their impact on dream recall and understanding has become a valuable tool for both researchers and individuals interested in exploring their sleep consciousness. Regular dream journaling not only improves dream recall, but also helps people recognize recurring patterns, symbols, and themes that might provide insights into their unconscious concerns and psychological development. The act of writing about dreams appears to strengthen the neural pathways involved in dream memory formation, making subsequent dreams more likely to be remembered and understood. Many people who maintain dream journals report that their dreams become more vivid and meaningful over time, as if the conscious attention paid to dream experiences enhances their quality and relevance. The study of cultural influences on dream content has revealed fascinating variations in how different societies understand and interpret dream experiences. While the basic mechanisms of sleep and dreaming appear to be universal, the content and meaning attributed to dreams vary dramatically across cultures and historical periods. These cultural differences in dream interpretation can actually influence dream content itself, suggesting that our conscious beliefs about dreams may shape our unconscious dream experiences in subtle but significant ways. People who grow up believing that dreams carry important messages often report more memorable and meaningful dream experiences than those who view dreams as random neural activity. The relationship between creativity and dream consciousness continues to yield insights into the nature of innovative thinking and artistic inspiration. The dreaming brain's ability to make unexpected connections between disparate concepts appears to be enhanced by the reduced activity in brain regions responsible for logical evaluation and criticism. This creates an ideal environment for innovative thinking, where ideas can be explored and developed without the immediate censorship that might occur during waking consciousness. Many creative individuals have learned to harvest these dream-generated insights by developing techniques for capturing and developing the ideas that emerge during sleep. The phenomenon of recurring dreams has revealed important insights into how the unconscious mind processes unresolved conflicts and unmet needs. These persistent dream themes often serve as internal guidance systems, repeatedly bringing attention to issues that require conscious resolution. Rather than being mere repetitions, recurring dreams often show subtle variations that track the dreamer's evolving relationship with underlying concerns. Working with recurring dreams typically involves exploring their symbolic content, identifying the emotions and conflicts they represent, and finding ways to address these issues in waking life. As people make progress on underlying problems, recurring dreams often naturally diminish or transform, suggesting a sophisticated feedback system between unconscious processing and conscious growth. The investigation into sleep learning and memory consolidation during dreams has revealed that the sleeping brain doesn't simply file away the day's experiences like documents in a cabinet. Instead, it engages in active reorganization, creating new connections between different memories and experiences, while strengthening some associations and allowing others to fade. This selective memory processing appears to be crucial for maintaining cognitive efficiency and preventing information overload. The dreaming brain acts like a sophisticated editor, deciding which details are worth preserving, which should be discarded, and how new information should be integrated with existing knowledge structures. The study of individual differences in dream patterns has revealed fascinating variations in how people experience sleep consciousness. Some individuals naturally remember dreams almost every night, while others rarely recall any dream content. These differences appear to be related to variations in brain structure and function, particularly in regions involved in memory formation and emotional processing. Personality factors also influence dream experiences, with individuals who are more introspective, creative, and open to new experiences typically having more vivid and memorable dreams. Interest in dreams themselves can enhance recall and meaningfulness, suggesting that the value we place on dream experiences affects our ability to benefit from them. The relationship between physical activity and dream content has revealed interesting connections between body and mind during sleep. Regular exercise generally improves sleep quality and can increase the duration of REM sleep, potentially leading to more extensive dreaming. However, the timing of physical activity relative to bedtime can significantly affect sleep and dream patterns. Some athletes report that their physical training influences their dream content, with successful performances leading to more positive dream experiences and challenging training sessions sometimes appearing in dream scenarios. This suggests that dreams may serve as a space for processing not just emotional experiences, but also physical memories and motor learning. The phenomenon of prophetic dreams has fascinated humans throughout history, though scientific explanation for such experiences remains elusive. While most apparently prophetic dreams can be attributed to coincidence, selective memory, or the brain's remarkable ability to detect subtle patterns and project likely outcomes, some reported cases continue to intrigue researchers. From a psychological perspective, dreams that seem to predict future events may actually reflect the unconscious mind's sophisticated ability to integrate vast amounts of information and generate probabilistic scenarios about likely outcomes. The dreaming brain, freed from the logical constraints of waking consciousness, may be particularly adept at recognizing patterns and connections that escape conscious awareness. The therapeutic applications of dreamwork continue to expand as mental health professionals recognize the unique access dreams provide to unconscious mental processes. Group dreamwork and shared dream exploration are becoming more common in certain therapeutic settings. Recognizing that dreams often contain universal themes and symbols that can help individuals connect their personal experiences to broader human concerns. The integration of dreamwork into mainstream healthcare and wellness practices represents a significant trend as evidence accumulates for the therapeutic benefits of working with dream content. This integration requires careful training and ethical consideration, as working with dreams touches on deeply personal and potentially vulnerable aspects of human experience. The study of how technology affects dream content has become increasingly relevant as our waking hours become more dominated by digital experiences. Many people report dreams that incorporate elements from movies, video games, social media interactions, and online experiences, suggesting that virtual encounters can be processed by the dreaming mind in ways similar to real-world events. Gaming dreams, where people find themselves in video game-like scenarios, have become increasingly common and may serve similar functions to other forms of skill practice dreams. Social media dreams, involving online interactions and digital feedback, reflect how deeply these platforms have penetrated our psychological lives. The investigation into collective dreaming patterns during times of social upheaval or global events has revealed that individual dream consciousness may be more connected to broader social and cultural currents than previously recognized. During periods of widespread anxiety or significant cultural changes, researchers have documented shifts in dream themes across large populations. These collective dream responses suggest that the dreaming mind is sensitive not only to personal experiences, but also to the emotional climate of the community and culture in which it exists. This connection between individual and collective consciousness through dreams points to deeper interconnections in human psychological experience than typically acknowledged. As we continue exploring the vast landscape of dream science, we encounter questions that reach into fundamental mysteries of consciousness, memory, and human experience. The sleeping mind reveals capabilities that challenge our assumptions about the boundaries between imagination and reality, between individual and shared experience, and between conscious and unconscious mental processes. The recognition that dreams serve crucial functions in memory consolidation, emotional regulation, creativity, and psychological healing has profound implications for how we understand mental health and human development. Rather than being mere byproducts of neural maintenance during sleep, dreams appear to be sophisticated psychological processes that deserve our attention and respect. Tonight, as you prepare to enter the realm of sleep, you can appreciate the extraordinary journey that awaits your consciousness. Your dreaming mind will engage in complex, creative, and therapeutic work that supports every aspect of your mental and emotional well-being, while potentially offering insights, solutions, and healing experiences that could enrich your life in ways you cannot yet imagine. The science of dreams continues to evolve, revealing new connections between sleeping and waking experience, new possibilities for therapeutic intervention, and new questions about the fundamental nature of human consciousness. Each night offers a fresh opportunity to participate in this ongoing exploration of your mind's remarkable capabilities and to deepen your appreciation for the profound sophistication of processes that unfold naturally every time you close your eyes and surrender to the mysterious world of sleep. In understanding dreams, we gain not only insights into sleep and mental health, but also a deeper appreciation for the extraordinary nature of consciousness itself. The dreaming mind serves as a reminder that human awareness is far more flexible, creative, and mysterious than our everyday experience might suggest, opening windows into realms of possibility that continue to inspire wonder and drive scientific discovery. The boundary between dreaming and waking consciousness reveals itself to be more fluid and interconnected than traditional thinking suggests, with insights, emotions, and creative solutions flowing between these states in ways that enrich both sleeping and waking experience. Dreams are not separate from waking life, but integral to it, weaving together the threads of memory, emotion, and imagination into the rich tapestry of human consciousness. The exploration of dream consciousness takes us into territories that challenge our most fundamental assumptions about the nature of memory itself. When we examine how memories behave within the dream state, we discover that they operate according to principles that seem to defy the logical structures we rely upon during waking hours. Your sleeping mind doesn't simply access memories as static recordings stored in neural filing cabinets. Instead, it treats memories as living, malleable materials that can be reshaped, recombined, and transformed in ways that reveal hidden connections and deeper meanings. A childhood home might appear in your dream, but with rooms that never existed in reality, furnished with objects from different periods of your life, inhabited by people who never lived there together. This dream reconstruction of memory isn't a malfunction or distortion, but rather a sophisticated process of meaning-making that allows your unconscious mind to explore relationships between different experiences across time. The dreaming brain seems to understand that the emotional significance of a memory might be more important than its factual accuracy, and it reshapes memories to highlight these deeper truths. Consider how often you've awakened from a dream where familiar places felt completely different, yet somehow more meaningful than their waking counterparts. Your childhood school might appear vast and labyrinthine. Your family home might be filled with secret passages, or a simple neighborhood street might stretch infinitely into mysterious territories. These transformed landscapes aren't random distortions, but rather emotional maps that reveal how these places actually felt to you, stripped of the rational constraints that normally govern spatial perception. The temporal mechanics of dream memory reveal even more fascinating complexities. In dreams, you might encounter deceased relatives as if they were still alive, but with full knowledge of events that occurred after their passing. You might find yourself simultaneously at different ages, carrying the wisdom of your current self while experiencing the emotions of your younger self. These temporal impossibilities serve important psychological functions, allowing you to integrate different phases of your development and find resolution for experiences that may have remained incomplete. The way dreams handle traumatic or difficult memories demonstrates their sophisticated therapeutic potential. Rather than replaying painful experiences exactly as they occurred, dreams often transform traumatic events into symbolic narratives that allow you to process their emotional impact from a safer psychological distance. A car accident might become a dream of being chased by a mechanical monster, transforming raw terror into a scenario where escape and triumph become possible. This symbolic transformation of difficult experiences reveals one of dreams' most remarkable capabilities, their ability to metabolize psychological pain and convert it into wisdom and understanding. The dreaming mind appears to possess an innate therapeutic intelligence that knows how to approach traumatic material in ways that promote healing rather than re-traumatization. The phenomenon of dream amnesia, where detailed dream experiences vanish almost immediately upon waking, points to sophisticated mechanisms that protect waking consciousness from being overwhelmed by the intensity and strangeness of dream experience. Your brain appears to have evolved natural filters that allow the benefits of dream processing to influence your waking life, while preventing the bizarre logic and emotional extremes of dreams from disrupting your ability to function in consensus reality. Yet traces of dream experience continue to influence your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors throughout the day in ways you may never consciously recognize. The creative insights that seem to emerge from nowhere, the sudden understanding of a complex problem, the inexplicable shift in how you feel about a person or situation, all of these may be gifts from your dreaming mind, processed and integrated while you slept. The study of dream content across different sleep disorders has revealed how crucial the normal architecture of dreaming is for psychological well-being. People with sleep disorders that fragment or suppress REM sleep often experience difficulties with emotional regulation, creative thinking, and memory consolidation that extend far beyond simple tiredness. Their waking lives become impoverished in subtle but significant ways when the natural processes of dream consciousness are disrupted. This has led researchers to recognize that protecting and optimizing dream experience may be just as important for mental health as any other therapeutic intervention. Creating conditions that support rich, undisturbed dreaming through proper sleep hygiene, stress reduction, and lifestyle modifications emerges as a fundamental component of psychological wellness. The relationship between dreams and what we might call soul-making, the ongoing process of developing depth, meaning, and wisdom throughout life, reveals dreams to be far more than mere biological processes. Dreams appear to serve functions that touch on the deepest questions of human existence, helping us understand who we are, what our lives mean, and how we relate to the larger mysteries of existence. Many people report dreams that feel spiritually significant, experiences that seem to connect them with something larger than their individual consciousness. These transcendent dream experiences often share common characteristics regardless of the dreamer's religious or philosophical background, suggesting that the capacity for spiritual experience through dreams may be a fundamental aspect of human consciousness. The phenomenon of guidance dreams, where solutions to complex life problems appear through dream experience, points to forms of intelligence and wisdom that may operate beyond the boundaries of rational, conscious thought. These guidance experiences often arrive when logical analysis has reached its limits, offering perspectives and solutions that feel both surprising and inevitable. The emergence of dream-sharing communities and online platforms for dream exploration represents a fascinating development in how we collectively approach dream experience. People from around the world now share their dreams, explore common themes, and support each other's understanding of sleep consciousness in ways that would have been impossible just decades ago. These digital dream communities reveal remarkable similarities in dream experiences across different cultures and geographic regions, supporting the idea that certain aspects of dream consciousness may be universal human experiences. The themes that appear repeatedly in shared dream experiences, such as flying, water, being chased, or encountering mysterious buildings, suggest deep structures in human psychology that transcend individual differences. As we reach the end of our gentle journey through the science of dreams, we discover that sleep is not the absence of consciousness, but its transformation. Tonight, when you close your eyes and surrender to sleep, you're not simply resting. You're participating in one of the most sophisticated processes your brain will ever perform. Your dreaming mind will weave together memories, emotions, and possibilities in ways that support your well-being, creativity, and understanding. Sweet dreams, fellow explorer of consciousness. I hope you had an amazing time with me here at Boring Science. I will see you tomorrow as always. Until then, stay curious, keep wondering. This is Boring Science signing off. Cheers.